Hi, I want to ask you what could be considered a controversial question. Is your house your biggest asset or your biggest liability? For most people, they view their house as their biggest asset. But for some people I see, the house is actually their biggest liability. Why do you ask? Well, I know we all need to live in a house, and obviously owning a house avoids you having to pay for rent. So that's a plus. But time and time again, I see people in these McMansions, the biggest, the flashiest house, the biggest and flashiest house in the street or the suburb. Now, if they've got the biggest and flashiest house in the suburb, do they really need to live in that? Could they live in a more austere house? Chances are, in this bigger and flashier house, they're paying more on interest because they've got a big mortgage to pay for it. They're paying more for rates, they're paying more for insurance, they're paying more for maintenance. So, for the privilege of owning the biggest and flashiest house in the street, they're paying more cash out on things that are not going to do them any good over time. So, that's why I believe for some people, their house is their biggest liability and not their biggest asset. Where do you sit?